Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well, having yourselves a very fantastic day. Oh, man, we had an hour and a half of a rain delay, but the game should be starting at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And, yeah, man, hopefully you're all doing well, having yourselves a very fantastic day. Thank you all so much for still rocking with me. For those of you that have been waiting on here, I really appreciate that very, very much. Hot Corner says, want to see Ranger pitch a solid game. I commented and I said, I just want to see a game, period. Because I do. I really do. I just want to see a game, period. Tom Brenneman, huh? I just got a notification that Tom Brenneman will return to the broadcast booth next month for Pac-2 and ACC. Huh. Interesting. All right. Yes. All right. So we got a game to call. That will probably be taking place at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Thank you all so much for rocking with me. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, hit those bell icons too, and that way you'll know when I go live. Phillies are taking on the Minnesota Twins. Wanted to talk a little bit about those Twins because, they're 10 games over 500, but they've lost their last 3 games in a row. They just got swept by the Milwaukee Brewers. They played 2 games and just were not able to capitalize. And they had a very, very tough weekend against the Milwaukee Brewers. They also lost to the Giants as well. They have guys that are injured, like Carlos Correa. You also have Jose Miranda, who's hurt as well. They're very thin, and they just have not been able to get a lot of wins in the books. Now, they still have Byron Buxton. They still have Carlos Santana, who is still playing for them. And Ryan Jeffers has had a pretty good season for them. But they just have not been healthy right now. And they're 5 games behind the Cleveland Guardians in the AL Central, also tied with the Kansas City Royals. So they're going to be very hungry. That's what I'm trying to say. You cannot take this team lightly. You know that they're trying to compete for an AL Central top spot in that division. And they've lost some pretty brutal games. I mean, the first game that they played against the Brewers, they lost that game in extra innings by a score of 8-4. And then the last game that they played, they had a 3-0 lead, and it just diminished. And they were down 8-5 going into the bottom of the 9th. Ended up putting up 2 runs and almost were able to tie it, but they just could not get it done. So you expect that they're going to go out there pretty hungry against the Philadelphia Phillies, and they're going to want to show the best team or the team that has the best record in baseball that they're not a joke. So Phillies really cannot take them lightly, and they have to just put all the pressure on those Minnesota Twins. And that's going to be something that I'm looking for in this series. Now, Ranger Suarez is going to be on the bump. And the guy that he's facing, his name is Bailey Ober. He's 29 years old. He has an 8-5 record, a 4.14 ERA. But don't let that fool you. Even though in his last outing he allowed 3 earned runs and gave up a home run on 4 hits, the thing about him is that he's really good at attacking the strike zone very early. That's the thing about him. And if the Phillies do not have good plate discipline today, then it's just going to be that type of a day. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I cannot rule that out of the equation because I've seen the Phillies go after the first pitch so many times and not work up counts. If they're not doing that today and he's dominating the strike zone, I'm just telling you that there's a chance that it could be a long day for the Phillies offensively speaking at the plate. And I hope that that's not the case. But they should be able to do some damage against them. They really should. But just got to be careful. For the Phillies, though, Ranger Suarez is going to go out there. And the last time he pitched, it was against the Oakland Athletics. He did not have his best stuff. Ended up allowing 4 earned runs and had 6 strikeouts in the game in 6 innings. The last 3 times he's pitched, he's allowed he has allowed 15 runs. 15 earned runs in his last 15 2/3. That's not good. That's not Ranger Suarez-esque. That's not the Ranger Suarez that we've come to love. His breaking pitches have not been as effective His pitching overall has been very flat. And today, I need to see a different type of a Ranger out there. Now, it's good that JT is back there behind the plate, and maybe that does boost his confidence a little bit, along with the All-Star break in particular. But Ranger has not looked good over these last 3 outings. 15 earned runs in your last 15 and 2/3. That's pretty unacceptable. So I'd like to see him have a very good performance today against the Minnesota Twins. And the main thing for him is to keep the ball down. He's elevated his pitches a lot. He really has. And a lot of guys that have been coming up to the plate haven't really been afraid of him because he's left pitches out over the middle of the plate, including the fastball and the changeup as well. And when those pitches aren't dipping for you, it's pretty easy to hit those. So, pretty easy for these hitters to hit those. Let me put that in perspective. All right, so let's get into the starting lineup for tonight's game. All right, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons. So the tarp is obviously off the field, and hopefully we're gonna get going pretty soon. It is 9:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Nobody's out there on the field just yet. The umpires are gathering behind home plate. But let's go to the starting lineups for tonight's game for the Phils. And comment your final score predictions down below as well, if you wouldn't mind. So Schwarber's going to be DHing. He's batting in the leadoff spot. Then you got Trey Turner batting in the 2-hole over at shortstop. Bryce Harper is hitting third over at first base. Batting in the cleanup spot, it's going to be Alec Bohm, who's the third baseman. JT Realmuto batting fifth. He's catching behind the plate. Then it's Nick Castellanos playing out in right field, batting sixth. Seventh will be Bryson Stott, who's over at second base. Now, Brandon Marsh is dealing with a little injury, so he's listed day to day. He is not playing today. Wes Wilson is, and he'll be playing out in left field, batting eighth. And then Johan Rojas playing out in center field. He's batting in the 9 spot and is the caboose of the lineup. So just to recap, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Realmuto, Castellanos, Stott, Wilson, and Rojas. So let's make sure that we got that all straightened out, and we do. You just cracked 5,000 subs. Well done, JJ. Oh, we're not at 5,000. We're at 3,000. We're approaching 3,500, not 5,000. 5,000 will have a party. Prediction is 4-2, says 3-step. Good. I like that. 4-2. Actually, nah, I don't like that. I need it to be 8-2. I mean, a win is a win at the end of the day, but I'd really like to see the offense do well today. No, you're good. All right, so it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Realmuto, Castellanos, Stott, Wilson, and Rojas. So on the mound will be Bailey Ober, and Bailey is 6'9", 260 pounds. He's from Huntersville, North Carolina. Has an 8-5 record, a 4.14 earned run average, and a 1.08 WHIP as well. Mentioned that the last time he pitched, he allowed 3 earned runs against the Chicago White Sox on 4 hits. Had 6 strikeouts, 6 ground ball outs, and 9 fly ball outs on 84 total pitches. Over his last 7 starts, he's had an ERA of about 3.05 and has given up at least 12 walks and also 6 home runs. So in his first 5 games, he was 1-3 and had a 7.61 ERA, so it was even higher than that. And opponents were actually hitting .316. So, yeah. 6-3 is your final score prediction. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, sold. 8-2. All right. So, the Phillies will be facing Bailey Ober. Now, he did face them in spring training, and the other thing, too, that I forgot to mention is that he looked really good out there and was able to strike out Bryson Stott and a couple of other Phillies players in his couple of innings that he pitched. So, just got to be careful with your approach at the plate against him. That's what I said before, but I will say it again. This team at sometimes they end up getting or becoming very careless at the plate, and the plate discipline is not so effective. So you got to do a good job with that. All right, so the Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. Kyle Schwarber stepping into the box, and we're ready to get started after an hour and a half of a rain delay. First pitch at 9:11 p.m. Eastern Time. First pitch to Schwarber. He pops it up, and it's hit out over towards shallow right field. Max Kepler will get under it, and he'll finally make the catch, and there's one away. Quick out on the first pitch, and now it's Turner who comes up to the plate. Crew chief for tonight, you got Lance Barksdale calling the balls and the strikes. Will Little is over at first. Then it's Nick Lentz at second base and James Jean over at third. Here comes Turner. And the windup in the pitch on the outside edge for strike one, called by Lance Barksdale. Twins are in their blue tops, their dark blue uniforms, and have the white letters and the white numbers. The 0-1 pitch. There's a little flare that's blooped out over towards right field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. So Turner gets aboard with an opposite field bloop single, and that's how the Phillies get their first hit of the evening. All right. How's our mic levels, by the way? I think our mic levels are good. All right. We can move this. Here comes Bryce Harper wearing the white batting gloves. One out, and a runner over at first in the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Not bad or good. There's a difference. Not bad or is it good? There we go. Let's see those Harper emojis. One ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. Ober. Cool kick and deliver. And he throws a strike. So Schwarber flat out to right. Turner got on with a single out to right field. And Harper's up at the plate right now. Twins are in their dark blue tops with Minnesota in white stretched across the chest. The 1-1 to Harper. That misses inside and low. Also have dark red letters on the back of the jersey along with white numbers. 2 balls, 1 strike. Turner does lead off over at first base. He can fly. The 2-1 delivery, and that is fouled off. Harper got a fastball right down the middle and just got a piece of it. Bryce is hitting .310 with runners on base and has 10 homers in that scenario. Looking to do some damage here. He did homer in the last series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Turner over at first, and the pitch to Harper. Swung on, blasted deep right field, and is long gone. 2-0 Phils, and Bryce Harper does it again. His 23rd of the season. Was going to be gone, and he belted that thing out to right field. Wow. And he held up 2 fingers towards the third base side as he was rounding third. The pitch to Bohm is taken for a ball. So a 2-run blast by Harper, and that's how the Phillies get the lead. Here comes Bohm, and he hits this one over towards the third base side. It is a foul ball. So that makes the count now 1-1. 2-0 Phils, top of the first, 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alec Bohm. The windup and the pitch, and that is outside and low for a ball. By the way, that's now, I believe, the third game in a row where Bailey Ober has allowed a home run. 2-1 to Bohm. Ground ball into left field for a base hit. It was past the diving stop of the third baseman, Castillo. And that's back-to-back-to-back base hits for those fighting Phils. And JT Realmuto is coming up to the plate. I mean, the Phillies, over the last 2 hits that they've had, they've been pretty hard shots. They really have. Defensively for the Twins, from 1 through 9 on the bump is Bailey Ober. Then you have the catcher behind the plate, and that's Ryan Jeffers. Here comes JT, his counterpart, and he swings and misses a changeup that disappeared out of the zone. Excuse me. Over at first base, it'll be Carlos Santana. Then you got Brooks Lee over at second. At third base, it's Diego Castillo, and the shortstop is Willie Castro. The ball is 1 strike to Realmuto, and the pitch to JT. It's popped up and hit towards the shallow left field side. Calling everyone off is Willie Castro, and they'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. And now it's Nick Castellanos' turn to come on up. 7, 8, and 9 defensively for the Twins. You got Manuel Margot playing out in left, Byron Buxton in center, and Max Kepler playing out in right field. Bohm's over at first. Phillies lead at 2-0. We're in the top of the first. It was an hour and a half of a rain delay. The first pitch to Castellanos, and it's inside and in the dirt. And the throw back over to first is not in time. It was actually towards the outside part of the plate. Jeffers tried to make a good throw back over to first, though, and Bohm got back in there safely. So Schwarber flied out to right. Turner singled to right. Then Harper had a 2-run homer. Bohm then singled, and JT just popped out. The pitch to Casti, and he fouls that one back. Nick did have a home run in the 9th inning of yesterday's game. That was his 14th blast of the season. One ball, 1 strike to Castellanos. Ober gets set from the stretch, and the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hit sharply over to third base, and the throw over the second by Castillo is in plenty of time. It's a 5-4 fielder's choice ground out. However, the Phillies get on the board first on a 2-run home run by Bryce Harper, his 23rd of the season. Bottom of the first coming up, and Ranger Suarez is going out there on the bump. Okay, good stuff. All right. That was nice. Very nice. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. Algo Gang, do your thing. 5 more subs till we get to 3,500. All right. JJ, put on the coffee. It's going to be, put on the coffee. JJ's going to be up late. Yep, the grind don't stop, baby. That's what we do. We have a crazy schedule starting at the end of the weekend, too, because the Olympics are starting as well. So it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild. It really is. All right. Manuel Margot will be batting in the leadoff spot as we look at the Twins lineup. So it's Margot batting in the leadoff spot. Then it's Ryan Jeffers batting second. He's the catcher behind the plate. Margot's in left. Willie Castro is playing over at shortstop, batting third. Then we got Byron Buxton playing out in center field in the cleanup spot. And then it's Carlos Santana, who's over at first base, batting fifth. Brooks Lee, the second baseman, hitting sixth. And then it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Jair Camargo. He is batting in the seventh spot. He's the DH. And then it's Max Kepler, who's out in right field, batting eighth. And then it's Diego Castillo, who's batting in the ninth spot. And he's over at third base. So just to recap, it's Margot, Jeffers, Castro, Buxton, Santana, Lee, Camargo, Kepler, and Castillo. And that is the lineup for those Minnesota Twins. And on the bump for the Phils will be Ranger Suarez. Ranger has allowed 15 earned runs over his last 15 innings and just has not looked so sharp, and he's looking to right the ship today. He has had over his last over his last 6 games, he has had 3 losses. He's 0-3. He has not won a game since June 8th, so it's been over a month. So, yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We try to keep it fair on both sides, man. That's what we do. Rangers' ERA is at a 2.76, and the first pitch to Margot is low for a ball. Manuel Margot batting .234. He has 3 long balls and 23 RBI. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, hit back over towards Ranger, and nothing else to it. The throw over to first is in plenty of time, and there's one away. Made it look very easy. It was like a routine ground ball that just took one hop and was hit back towards Ranger. He better win Gold Glove. At the pitcher position, he is the best. He's the best fielding pitcher out there. The pitch to Ryan Jeffers is taken in there for a strike. It was a sinker right down the pipe at 90 miles per hour. Jeffers hitting .235, but he has 14 home runs and 47 runs knocked in. And the 0-1 is fouled away towards the right field side. Jeffers is catching tonight for the Minnesota Twins. Their backup catcher, of course, is Christian Vazquez. Jeffers is 27 years old. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina. And the 0-2 on the way is inside for a ball. Phillies defensively have Suarez on the mound. Behind the plate, it's JT Realmuto. That's his battery. 1-2 pitch. Line drive it out over to left field. On the run is Wes Wilson. He'll track it down and make the catch. It was hit sharply, but Wilson able to cover some ground out there, and there's 2 up, 2 down. Infielders for the Phillies, it'll be Harper at first. Then you got Stott at second. At third, it's Bohm, and the shortstop is Trey Turner. Left fielder is Wes Wilson. He's the guy that just made the catch off of Jeffers' line drive. Rojas is playing in center, and Castellanos is in right field. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch, curveball that swung on and missed by Willie Castro. Base is empty, 2 outs, and the 0-1 is a changeup in the dirt. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Remember, the Twins are in their dark blue uniforms with the red letters on the back and the white numbers. Also have bright white pants with a red, white, and blue line going down each side of the pants. Next pitch is taken for ball 2, so it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. The 2-1 offering, swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the first. Phillies lead it 2-0. 2 outs. Ranger kicks and delivers. And that sinker is just fouled off. Target field has a capacity of 39,504. 2-2 pitch, and that is fouled away. They hosted the MLB All-Star Game back in 2014. Remember, it opened back in 2010. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 on the way. Fly ball sent out over towards right center field. Castellanos goes over towards the alleyway and will make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. Phillies lead it 2-0, and we head to the top of the second. Dimensions. Wanted to make sure I mentioned that. So it is a beautiful stadium. I've always wanted to go to Target Field. I really have. Left field is 339 feet. Left center is 377. Center field left corner is 411 feet. And then the right corner in center field, it's 403 feet. Right center is 367, and right field is 328 feet. All right, 5 more subs until we get to 35 hundo. Make sure you all hit the thumbs up button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. Been doing this channel for about 19 months, man. We go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. So that's what we do on here. We're already at 70. Once we get to 100 likes, we're going to go raid a twin streamer. That's what we do, man. That's how we roll. If there are any twin streamers that are out there, we'll have to try to find somebody. What's up, Screaming Jerry Lee? What's going on, everybody? I have a poll question that I have for all of you. Which one describes best as to how you feel about sabermetrics? So if you don't know what sabermetrics is, it's basically a types of advanced analytics that are out there in Major League Baseball. So you think about the traditional stats like batting average, home runs, doubles, triples. Sabermetrics takes all those things to a new level. So you have WAR as one, wins above runs, and then you have FIP, and then you have a couple of others out there as well. There's actually really a lot that we could really get into. But how do you feel about that? If you were to choose one of the following answers, would you say that you love it? Would you say it's okay? Would you say that you like it, just don't overuse it? Or just do you absolutely hate it? All right. Bryson Stott is going to be leading things off for the Phils in the top of the second inning. In the first pitch, he fouls that one back. Wins above replacement. Thank you. Charge! Did I say wins above runs? I'm sorry. Wins above replacement, I meant to say. My mind is all over the place. That is correct. No balls, 1 strike in the pitch, and that's fouled back. That was a terrible charge, by the way. Charge! That's better. Ober on the bump. He had 17 pitches in the first inning. And allowed a 2-run homer to Harper. And the pitch. And that is fouled off towards the third base side and goes out of play. Bobby Witt Jr. is a single side of the cycle in the 4th inning. He has a homer, a triple, and a double. And the Royals are up 8-3. The pitch. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes. PAS raid. What's up, PAS? 1-2 pitch. Line drive it out over to right field. It's going to drop in for a hit, and Bryson Stott able to get the 3rd single of the ball game for the Phils as he leads things off, and he's over at first base. Or a revolutionary stat says, seriously, Larry. That's how much he cares about sabermetrics. That's funny. PAS, thank you so much for coming on here. Drop your link down below, man. Appreciate you for coming on and for rating us, dude. You're the best. Here comes Wes Wilson to the plate. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. It's a cutter at 86 miles per hour that disappeared out of the zone. Hello, JJ. I don't think we've met, but I hear good things about you. Curtis Joseph, what's going on, man? How you doing? The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch. Here it is. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire Will Little says yes, he did. And Wes Wilson wants to call for time. Mike on Twitter said Target Field is the anti-Globe Life field. This is a real ballpark. The ball is 2 strikes to Wes Wilson. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Ober kicks and fires, and that misses low and away. Bailey Ober, we mentioned he's 6'9", weighs 260 pounds. This is year number 4 for Bailey. Toss back over to first, and Stott gets back in there safely. Last year he had a 3.43 ERA. 3.43 whip, that would be terrible. And a 1.07 whip in 144 1/3 of an inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Wilson. Ground ball foul. Stott was going over to second. Then he has to jog back over to first and get his exercise. So the count is 1-2. How about Stott, too, getting on base with that base hit? He was down in the count 0-2, and he really needed that for himself. So Stott will lead off over at first base again. Wilson at the plate. The 1-2, it's high. Throw back to first by Jeffers. And Stott dives back in there safely. It was an 0-2 count, and now it's tied up at 2-2. We got 242 people tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Diana Murphy, you're from South Jersey as well. What's going on, Diana? What is up? The leg kick and the pitch to Wilson. Fly ball hit out over to right field. It's not that deep. Tracking it down is Kepler, and he'll make the grab, and Stott's going to jog back over to first. Definitely don't want to test his arm out there. He is a cannon. Now it's Yohan Rojas' turn. So Bobby Witt Jr. is on cycle watch, and they're only in the 4th inning. If you can believe that, that's the Royals. He's tripled, he's doubled, and he hit a 3-run homer. Just needs the single. The pitch to Rojas. Swung on. It's popped up out towards left field. Rojas thought he had it, and it's going to stay in the yard, and making the catch is Manuel Margot to get out number 2. Got a fastball right down the middle. Rojas knew that pitch was coming, and he got under it. And now it's Schwarber's turn to come up. He flied out to right on the first pitch. Schwarber hitting .244. He also has 19 home runs and 55 runs knocked in. The pitch to Schwarber just barely misses outside for ball 1. Schwarber is 1 for 2 lifetime against Bailey. Time he got out was a strikeout. That was before today's game. The 1-0 popped up and hit towards foul ground in the first base side area, and Carlos Santana tracks it down, makes the catch on the track, and the inning is over. A leadoff single by Bryson Stott and nothing else to it, as Kyle Schwarber is now 0 for 2. He fouls out to end the top of the second, and we head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Phils. I was out to first base. All right. So how do we feel about sabermetrics? Comment your thoughts down below. Answer the poll question, because I think that it brings up a very interesting discussion. And, you know, with these poll questions all the time, I don't always like to make it Phillies related. I like to welcome on in other baseball fans too, obviously. Not saying that we don't do that with these Phillies poll questions, but I think that it's important to bring baseball in from a general perspective as well. We talk about the rule changes. We talk about the pace of the game and what's going on in the world. Do we think that sabermetrics are hurting the game, or do we think that they're helping, or are they just another aspect of the game? Because I think that in some ways it's a good thing, and in some ways sabermetrics have been hurting the game. I think it's a little bit of both. I do. But I'd like to hear your thoughts about that. Join in on the conversation if you'd want to. I think that there's definitely some value with sabermetrics. I mean, it measures more things than just batting average. It tells you more about how people have done in certain situations, and there's more science that comes to life with it. But the eye test, to me, is always going to win at the end of the day. Expanded metrics expose how bad umpires are. In some way, well, yes, that's true. But even if we had robotic umps, do you think that that would still be the same type of problem? I think it would lessen, but I still think that we would be talking about sabermetrics the way that we are. Maybe not as much from a negative perspective. I don't know. It's just an interesting conversation, and I was thinking about what to ask today, and I thought that was a good question. I really do. I thought that was a good question. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Phils, and the pitch is low from Ranger Suarez. I think it's really cool to see, like, Shohei Ohtani, how many home runs he's hit that have been over 450 feet. You know, like, those advanced stats are so cool. Seeing how many he's hit, like, in the StatCast era, who else is in that conversation. I do think that those things are cool. The pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over to right field. He'll stay in the yard. And there to make the grab is Nick Castellanos. So Buxton flies out to right. And now it's Carlos Santana, the former Philly, coming up to the plate. He's batting on the right side. First pitch, ground ball. It's hit back over towards the mound. Rangers spins, turns, fires over to first. And there's 2 quick outs on 2 pitches. And Brooks Lee is due up in this part of the lineup. Don't forget to hit those thumbs up buttons, everybody. And subscribe to the channel. 4 more subs till we get to 3,500. You're also more than welcome to donate to the channel as well. Bottom of the second, 2-0 lead for the Phils. Comes Brooks Lee, and he stares at a sinker that is in the dirt. Lee hitting .264. He has 2 homers and 10 RBI. And the pitch, and that's taken for strike 1. The pitch. Line drive into center field for a base hit, and that's the first hit on the day for the Twins. So Brooks Lee able to smash a single out to center field. And here comes Camargo to the plate. John F. Dasher, what's up, JJ? Just sending some love and appreciation from Wichita for all you do here. Keep up the great work. We got a $10 dono from John. John, you're the best. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat. We love and appreciate you so, so much, man. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. Jair Camargo 0 for 5 with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts this season so far. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. That's going to make the count now 1-1. He's 25 years old. His 25th birthday on July 1st. And the 1-1 delivery, and that is fouled off. It's from Barranquilla, Colombia. The 1-2 on the way. Ground ball. Rolled over towards shortstop. Turner has it. Gobbles it up. Throws it over to second base. And the inning is over. A fielder's choice ground out. Ends the inning. No runs. 1 hit. It was a 2-out single by Brooks Lee, and we head to the top of the third already. 2-0 Philadelphia. All right. We got a very lively chat tonight. That's great. Good stuff. I'm sure y'all hit the thumbs up button. 11 more likes till we get to go raid somebody. That's exciting. I got to see who is streaming on here. 232 people tuning in. That's awesome. 4 more subs till we get to 3,500, man. JJ looking in from the Philippines. Thank you for the podcast. Leonard, I appreciate you for coming on here, man. Appreciate it very, very much. Remember, if you are just tuning in for the first time, my name is Jason Joseph. We go live for every single Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles game. We try not to miss a beat. We love doing play-by-play. We love covering these teams because they're fun. And this is the best time to be a Philadelphia sports fan because all 3 teams are playoff contenders. Obviously, the best thing would be to get a ring. But anyhow, I'm from South Jersey. I call Phillies games. I actually went to school for broadcasting at Rowan University, graduated with a sports communication and media degree, and I got to call games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and I also did games for the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. We also are going to be doing some Olympic games. We're going to be covering volleyball. We're going to be doing men's basketball. And we're also going to be doing some tennis as well. And some archery. JJ, you had a dono. Yeah, I know. I acknowledged it. You probably missed it. But I acknowledged it. Thank you for letting me know, though. White Castle's in New Jersey. We're talking about White Castle in the chat. That's funny. We got a lot of combos going on. This is great. This is what this is meant for, man. Comes Trey Turner to the plate. He'll start off the top of the third. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up in the lineup in the first pitch. It's a little cue shot. Hit back over towards the mound. Turner's going to try to beat it out. The throw is just in time, though, by Ober. Man, he did not really get over towards the baseball fast. It was hit in between the mound and home plate. And Turner, who is a very strategical runner, was just out. The throw was low, and it was dug out by Carlos Santana. So, quick out on the first pitch, and Harper is coming up to the plate. See those Harper emojis. Harper had his 23rd blast of the season. It was back in the first inning. The pitch to Bryce, and he lays it off. It's inside. It was a cutter. Harper and Schwarber have hit 42 of the Phillies' home runs this season. And the 1-0 is inside and low for ball 2. It's a lot of their home runs when you really think about it. It's like a third. The 2-0 to Harper. Swung on, hit out over to right field. This time it's going to stay in the yard. And there to make the grab is Max Kepler on the warning track. And there's 2 outs. You know, that time I got mixed up with Maxi Kleber for the Dallas Mavericks and Max Kepler. That's funny. 2 outs, nobody on. And Bohm is due up next in the order. The windup and the pitch to Bohm. It was outside, and it's called a strike. I mean, that was clearly a ball. Bohm's average is at 298. He has 11 homers and 71 RBI. And the 0-1 pitch. Another foul ball. Phillies still have the best ERA in all of baseball. Can you believe that? They also have the most strikeouts, too, pitching-wise. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball. Little comebacker over towards the pitcher, Bailey Ober. And the throw over to first is in time. And the inning is over. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. Then we head to the bottom of the third. It's time to go raid somebody. All right. Let's go find somebody to raid. Twins versus Phillies live stream. Let's go see who we have. Thank you so much for the 100 likes. We're going to go raid somebody right now. Is anybody doing the game? Twins versus Phillies live stream. Twins versus Phillies game. Live. Is anybody doing it? Huh? I don't know if anybody's doing it. What we could do is we could go over to PAS's channel. Should we do that? We'll do that for the next inning. Is PAS doing the game, or did that just happen?
The former president is
that game, it just ended. No Good Twins podcast. That's why I'm here. Oh, that stinks. I mean, I'm happy that you're here. Don't get that mixed up. Don't get that. Bro, why, JJ? Why? That stinks that you're here. No, I'm kidding. It's not how I meant for it to come out. Ugh. I don't know who else is doing a stream. Nope, but it's okay. Oh, what's this? What's this? I can't click on that link on here. I have to go to YouTube on here. Is this?
Rockies are shutting out the...
Oh, great. Thanks. All right, we'll go rate him after the next, after the next inning's done. I'll go say hi to him. All right. Here's Ranger Suarez as we start off the bottom of the third. Thanks for finding that, bro. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. RG says, I'm leaving. The ball is one strike, and the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. If you are leaving, appreciate you for coming on here, RG. Bro, how's your girl? How's your girl, by the way? To make sure I ask about that. 1-1. That swung on and missed. I didn't think you were. That's why I asked. I didn't think you were leaving. That's why I wanted to ask you how your girl was. Reds just beat the Braves 4-1. Kepler versus the Phillies is batting .364, and he has 4 homers and 9 RBI. And the 1-2 is grounded foul. Crushed the Phillies last year. That's for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the order. Jinx 3-step. Did anybody hear me say that Bobby Witt Jr. is already on cycle watch? 1-2 pitch. Net is low for a ball. Royals now lead at 9-3. It's in the top of the 6th. I want to know if he's going to come up to the plate, or when he's going to come up to the plate. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Ranger Suarez gets a strikeout. That's his first strikeout of the game. So there's 1 out. That was a big strikeout there by Ranger 2. Diego Castillo is coming up to bat. And the pitch is just low. Came in at 92 miles per hour. Diego Castillo hitting .200. Does have 2 RBI. Obviously, the Twins are dealing with some injuries. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Got Jose Miranda, who's on the injured list for them. And the 1-1, and that is fouled off. Miranda had like a long streak of consecutive hits. And it wasn't too long ago. He had 12 consecutive hits. And I think that the streak ended on July 7th. The pitch. And it's now a 2-2 count. So it was taken for a ball. Next pitch. Outside for ball 3. What's up, Jane? Three balls, 2 strikes. 2 more subs, baby. Let's go. And the payoff pitch, and that is fouled off of the foot of Castillo. Oof. The Twins against the Phillies, they've played against the Phillies 24 times, and they are 13-11 when they've played against each other. 3-2 pitch, and that is down low for ball 4. And there's a 1-out walk allowed by Ranger Suarez. And that's going to flip us back to the top of the order. Emmanuel Margot is coming up to the plate. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Pitch to Margot. Line driving that over to center field for a base hit, and that's going to put 2 runners on base. So the tying run's over at first as Margot gets aboard with a single out to center. And Ryan Jeffers is the next man up to bat. The first time that these two teams played was in June of 2002. Phillies actually were able to shut out the Twins 3-0. The guy that pitched that game, Brandon Duckworth. Anybody remember Brandon Duckworth? Kyle Loesch was on the mound for the Twins. 1 out, and the pitch. Ground ball hit over to second base. The flip over to shortstop. There's one. The throw back to first. Not in time. Jeffers beats it out. So Turner had to go cover second. That was a close play. I wonder if the Phillies are going to challenge this because that was pretty close. That should be at least a 4-6 fielder's choice. Let's see it again. Stott made a really good throw over to second base, and Turner was able to throw it over to first. I think Jeffers just beat it out. I think he just beat it out. He did. So it's just a fielder's choice ground out. And Willie Castro is going to be coming up to the plate. He was, RG. Pitch, and that is taken wide for ball 1 to Willie Castro. You sold him his wedding bands? You do jewelry? Huh. Kyle Loesch? 1-0 pitch, and that is inside and in the dirt as well. Who was on that Twins team? You had Torrey Hunter, you had David Ortiz. Batting leadoff for them was Jacque Jones. Wow. Christian Guzman Nationals legend. And, of course, A.J. Pierzynski was catching for them. Huh. Next pitch, and that's taken for ball 3. The Twins actually ended up winning that series. That was the first time that both teams played against each other. They were just shut out 3-0 in the first game. 3 balls, no strikes here. Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Phils, and the next pitch is taken all the way for strike 1. It was a sinker at 91 miles per hour. Three-one pitch. Line drive it out over to center field for a base hit. This is at least going to get 1 run home. And stopping over at second base will be Jeffers. And there's an RBI single by Willie Castro. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. So we got a line drive smashed out towards center field. Ranger left that one up the middle. Looked like it was a changeup that just missed its spot. And Caleb Cotham already going to go out there to talk to him. Johan Santana. Another name that was a blast from the past. You know, he's now 45 years old. That's pretty crazy. Santana was on the Twins in 2000. He played with them up until 2007. So, he was there with them for 8 years. Then he signed with the Mets and played from 2008 to 2012. 256 people tuning in. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's make sure that we, at the end of this inning, we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid our boy.
Pitch.
Get Owned Kid. That's what his channel's called. We're gonna subscribe to him. That's really funny. That's his channel. Here's Byron Buxton, who has 11 homers and 40 RBI, batting in the cleanup spot for them, and he chops the first pitch foul. I'm actually starting to get really concerned about Ranger. I said that during the beginning of the game. I said that over his last 15 2/3, he's allowed 15 earned runs. Two runners on. Phillies lead it 2-1. We're in the bottom of the third. There's 2 outs. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, hit out over to left field. It'll stay in the yard, thank goodness. And Wes Wilson will make the grab. The Twins do make some noise, though, and get an RBI single from Willie Castro. And send 6 men up to the plate. And we head to the top of the 4th. All right. Let's go raid our boy. Let's go raid him. Get Owned. What's it called? What's it called? Get Owned Kid? All right. We'll copy and paste the link. And we'll post it right now in our chat. Let's go. Let's try to get him to at least 65 subs. Come on, man. He has 57. Let's go say hi to him. Just click that link down below and go say hi to our boy.
Comes the pitch. Foul ball. 0-1.
Is he that far behind? I think he's a little bit that far behind.
1-1 count. 2 men out.
See if he notices us.
2. 1 on first and 1 on second.
River Ryan's making his debut for the Dodgers.
Oh, that's cool. Anyway, here comes a pitch
He's that far behind?
to left field, and Byron Buxton will fly out,
Gideon's
and that's the end of the third
There we
inning.
go.
Twins finally get
Is he
on the
gonna notice
board.
us?
Phillies are up 2-1.
Look at us. Chad's there.
Oh, what the fuck? Go Phillies. JJ Raid. I'll go play-by-play with JJ. Oh, what's up? Go Philly Raid. Ah, fuck the Phillies, bro. Fuck
Oh,
Philly.
come on, man. We're raiding you.
Yeah,
We're
go
trying to do something
Twins.
nice.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, God.
Bro, what the
JJ
heck?
raid. Oh, what in the world? Yo, what is this raid? Oh my goodness.
Just wanted to
This
send some
has
love.
gotta be Spongy's work.
Is that Spongy?
JJ probably sent all these dudes, cause ain't no way. Joe Mauer, yeah,
Yes,
screw
I
you.
sent them.
Joe Mauer will do more than any of your
Okay.
stupid ass teams.
Yeah,
Alright,
Carcast
good
is probably.
All right, we did the right thing. I think he enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it. Top of the fourth, first pitch to JT, and then it swung on and missed. Bro, keep it PG. At least try to. They can't hear me. But no, I wanted to make sure I gave him all the love and support, man. All right, no balls, one strike. And the pitch, and that is fouled away. I know that you told us, but I wanted to give respect where respect is due, you know? I respect the hustle, I respect the grinders, you know? The ball is 2 strikes to JT Realmuto, and the next pitch is inside and low for a ball. Thank you all so much for being there, though. I do appreciate that. You know. Why the cuss words? That's bad. And some people, that's just how their channels run, you know. Everybody runs their channels differently, but the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and JT strikes out. That's how we start off the top of the fourth. By the way, that's the first strikeout by Bailey Ober. No, y'all represented, man. Seriously, like y'all represented. I gotta give you all like a round of applause for that. I do. Thank you all. I appreciate that. First pitch to Casty, and he lines that one foul. I liked and dubbed, says Larry. You meant to say subbed. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a changeup that's in the dirt for a ball. No love for the Phillies on that. Clearly not. I just wanted to do the right thing, man. That's what I try to do. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Darthru, thanks for trying, though, man. I do appreciate that. One ball, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, Archie. I was wondering the same thing. 1-2 pitch, ground ball back up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. The throw over to first is in time. Honestly, they were shifted very well up the middle. Give credit to Brooks Lee for just being behind the bag over at second base and reading the scouting report correctly there. And Castellanos is out, and there's 2 away. I was wondering that same exact thing, RG. I was. Larry said, Larry said your subs just doubled. Got to be nice to the Phils now. That was a good comeback, man. I ain't going to lie. That was nice. I like that. That was nice. I think it's funny. The ball is 1 strike, and there's Bryson Stott, and he fouls off the first pitch, and he's down in the count 0-2. Now, we did have a 2-strike base hit his last time up against Bailey. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. It's 2-1 Phils. They got both runs in the top of the first on a 2-run homer by Bryce Harper. The 0-2 to Stott. Ground ball foul towards the first base side. Charge! Whoa, that was a bad crack. We're good. We're definitely good. I just did not mean for that. I definitely did not hurt the voice there. It just came out a little bit weird. They were funny in a very nonchalant way. Yeah, exactly. 0-2, ground ball, hit back over towards the mound. It's fielded perfectly by Bailey, and he tosses it over to first. He's had a lot of those today. And another 1-2-3 inning. He has actually retired the last 9 batters that he has faced. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1 Philadelphia. Holy voice cracks. Holy voice cracks, Batman. Yes. Guys, F the Phillies. Royals lead at 10-3. All right, we're going to take a look at the, so we're in the bottom of the 4th, which means that it is time to do our fun fact of on this day in Phillies history. Can I get a little drum roll? I'll have to get a drum roll sound effect. That's what I'll have to do. On this day, Richard Nixon, back in 1969, I didn't know this. According to BroadandPattison.com, Richard Nixon commemorates the 100th anniversary of baseball with a White House reception. Representing the Phillies were owners Bob and Rudy Carpenter. The GM was John Quinn. Manager was Bob Skinner. And players were Grant Jackson and Mike Ryan. So that happened on this day. In 1930, there was not the rock star, but there was a pitcher. His name was Phil Collins. He hit home runs in consecutive innings as the Phillies beat Pittsburgh 11-5. I wonder if he felt it coming in the air. You know, I had to make that. You know, I had to do that. Even though that song was released 47 years later. Bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Phils. JJ, this is the best stream you've done. Bro, you haven't been on here for the last... Have you been on here for the last 3? Because I think that they're getting better and better, you know. Not saying that the other ones have sucked, because they haven't. But I think that I definitely feel... I don't know. I think that it's all more about the community, you know. 1 ball, no strikes. To Carlos Santana. And the pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over to right field. Castellanos says he has it, and he'll go towards the alleyway and make the running catch. And there's the first out of the inning in the bottom of the 4th. Who's my favorite artist / musician ever? I love Taylor Swift. I do. I don't know, man. Like the question of best of my favorite artist is tough for me because I really like a lot of them. The pitch, that's taken for a strike. I like The Weeknd. I love Drake. Old Drake. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch. And that is popped up, hit out over towards the second base side. And Stott's there to make the catch. And there's 2 away. I like the mamas and the papas. Mama Cass, I like her voice. I don't know. I like a lot. She's from Philly, Larry. And she sang at the World Series. Give her that. She sang the national anthem at the World Series back in 2008. 1 ball, no strikes. The Beatles are my favorite band. I don't consider them to be artists. Yeah, the Beatles are my favorite band of all time. Yes. 2 balls, no strikes. Ranger kicks, delivers, and throws a strike that honestly left a little bit off the plate. Kumar goes up to bat. Ranger did allow an RBI single to Willie Castro in the top of the 3rd. Or in the bottom of the third, that was. 2-1 pitch. That's taken for strike 2. Decided to go with a four-seamer. So he's gone four-seamer, sinker, curveball, and four-seamer again in this at-bat. 2-2 pitch on the way. And that is on the inside corner for a called third strike. Looked a little bit inside, but Ranger did get the call there. And that's going to lead us to the top of the 5th inning. So the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Twins. 5th inning coming up, 2-1 Philadelphia. Groups are considered artists. True, but when I think of an artist, I think about singers first, as weird as that sounds. So that's the way my mind is. My favorite band is the Beatles. If you want to categorize it as one, fine. I'll say my favorite artist is the Beatles. Yes. Always have been, and probably always will be. But I like Taylor Swift. I don't know, man. I really like a lot of people. I've been really getting into, as weird as this sounds, I've been really getting into Simon and Garfunkel a lot more. I like Buddy Holly. I like Buddy Holly and the Crickets. They're really good. Some newer stuff. I like Billie Eilish. I like Ariana Grande. Who else do I like? I'm not really a Kesha fan. Not really a fan of Kesha. I do like Selena Gomez. I like Ed Sheeran. The Beatles are a group. Yes, they are. Yeah. Def Leppard sucks? What? What? Ugh. I can't talk to you about that. Queen takes it. Queen's good. Queen is classic, man. Queen's good. Twins, baby. I'm trying to think of like other newer artists. I like her. Her's really good. Obviously, like the older ones, I could think of like I like Stevie Nicks. You know, I am a fan of Fleetwood Mac. Love Ray Charles. Love Ray Charles. Wes Wilson is up to bat. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch on the way, and that's fouled back towards the screen. I saw the Killers at the 101.5 birthday show. At the time, they were called the BB&T Pavilion. That's where they were performing. That was cool. 1-2 pitch, and that is taken low. Actually, it was the 0-2 pitch, but it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2 wide for ball 2. Chili peppers are really good. I love Cage the Elephant. Get owned, kid. Aw, thank you, man. Appreciate the $10 donation, bro. Thank you. Bro, we just wanted to come on and raid you. You know what I mean? Like, we reward hard work. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So Wilson strikes out on the 2-2 pitch. 1 out, and the pitch to Rojas, and he fouls this one over towards the first base side, and Santana gives it a look, and it goes out of play. Thank you, man. Thank you for the $10 donation, man. That was really nice. Second strikeout today by Ober. The 0-1. That's low. Rap God's good. Yeah. The 1-1. Another foul ball towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. My dad used to have this, a lot of, I don't know if the younger generation would know like what this is. Because the 1-2 is fouled away. But when we were young, or when I was young, we had MP3 players, okay, before the streaming world came out. And my dad had this little jukebox that he got from work, and it had over 2,000 songs. And the 1-2 pitch, and that swung on and missed for strike 3. And Rojas strikes out. But regardless, I used to listen to that all the time. And then I had this thing called an Arcos. Sort of like an iPod before the iPod came out. That held like 3,700 songs, something like that. And I really got into music that way. I was exposed at a young age to, like, classic rock, 2000s music, and some good disco as well. But yeah, a little jukebox. And I put my headphones in there. I'd listen to CCR. My dad actually had like the whole, he had the whole Dark Side of the Moon album downloaded onto that thing. And that's not easy. To upload files like that took a lot of time. Top of the 5th, 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch, and that is low for a ball. Most of us probably remember cassette players. Yeah, it's true. The 1-0 to Schwarber, ground ball, sliding stop by the second baseman, and the throw over to first is in time, so Kyle is 0 for 3 today. And another 1-2-3 innings, so the last 12 batters have been retired by Bailey Ober. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1 Phils. Harper had the 2-run homer in the top of the first. But yeah, it was not easy getting songs onto that jukebox. I used to make the best mixtapes for sale in school. Oh yeah, I used to do. For those of you that are new to my channel, first of all, welcome on in. My name is Jason Joseph. We're talking about music, but obviously we do baseball. We do Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football games on here. But we're just I don't know what you call it. We're just, I wanted to say shooting the thrill. We're just having side conversations here. Talking a little bit about music. If you love music, hit the thumbs up button. We need one more subscriber, by the way, to get us to 3,500. One more sub. One more. I used to love making the CDs for my counselors. I used to do theater camp. That's what I wanted to say. I was in a theater camp from when I was in 5th to 8th grade. And had so much fun doing that. I loved my counselors, and at the end of the camp, I would always give them, CDs, and my dad would help me make them, of course, because dads are the best when it comes to doing that. And I gave them out to my counselors. My counselors always appreciated that. The Comcast Sportsnet one was a good one. Yep. All right, bottom of the 5th coming up. Phillies lead at 2-1. Twins are 54-44, by the way. The game was supposed to start at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time, but then Mother Nature had something else to say about that. And so at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time, We got started. Bottom of the fifth. Here we go. And the pitch. And that's taken for a strike to Max Kepler. Mentioned before that Kepler's had a lot of success against the Phils. The 0-1, line drive it out over to center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So that's his first hit of the day. Able to get on with a single. And that's how we start off the bottom of the fifth. 35 under, we did it! We did it, baby! We did it! Let's go! Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you! We did it! Bottom of the fifth. Here comes Castillo, who shows bunt, takes it back. And there's strike one. Dodgers are actually giving away an exclusive Shohei Ohtani cap at their game tonight. The ball is one strike. And the pitch. And that's taken for strike two. Who was 3,500? Who was lucky number 3,500? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, man. None of this is possible without y'all. The 0-2 delivery. And that's flared out towards right field. And it is a fair ball. It bounces into the stands. And that's a ground rule double. And it just stayed fair. And Castillo gets on with an opposite field ground rule double. And there's still nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. And Emmanuel Margot is coming up. Another pitch right down the middle, too. And he had him right on the ropes. He did. It was an 0-2 count. And just kept it fair. So the go-ahead runs at second, the tying runs at third, the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. That was a wicked curveball, even though it looked a little bit inside, and Margot stares at Lance Barksdale. Infield playing at a pretty normal depth. Next pitch, and that's taken for a ball. One ball, one strike. Suarez with 62 total pitches. Looks over at first, now back to the plate in the 1-1. Misses wide. Margot is just hitting 185 with runners in scoring position this season. He's ahead in the count here. It's 2-1. Nobody out. And the pitch. Line drive it out over to right field for a base hit. So one run's easily going to score. Here comes Diego Castillo. He'll score two. And the Twins take the 3-2 lead as Manuel Margot slaps it out to right field. And it's a two-run single. And Twins Nation stands up. Back-to-back-to-back hits in a row. And Jeffers is coming up to the plate. Pitch on the way. Strike one on the inside corner. Ranger has now allowed at least 3 earned runs in his last 4 outings. 0-1 is the count. The pitch to Jeffers is 0 for 2. And he takes it low. One ball, one strike. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. And that makes it now a 1-2 count. Margot is over at first. He's now 2 for 3 today. One ball, two strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, and Jeffers strikes out. And there's one away. So Jeffers strikes out. And finally, the first out is recorded. We don't even know if the game is halfway done. I don't usually like when people say that because, technically speaking, when you look at the innings, yes, but we could be on there for another 2 hours. Here's Willie Castro, who stares at a pitch for strike one. No balls, one strike. Suarez looks back at first and now back to the plate in the next pitch. It's popped up, hit out over towards shallow left center field. Rojas is going to call off Wes Wilson, and he'll squeeze the catch and get out number 2 made. It is a gorgeous night out in Minnesota. Didn't start out that way. Byron Buxton has flied out twice. And he's 0 for 2. Pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over towards Alec Bohm. Plays it on a bounce, throws it over to second. And the inning is finally over. The damage is done, though, thanks to a 2-run opposite field single by Manuel Margot. And the Twins have a 3-2 lead against the Phils, and we go to the top of the 6th. Okay. What's going on, Philly Halftime? Thanks so much for coming on here and supporting us, man. Appreciate you for being here. How you doing? It's always gorgeous in Minnesota, says the Chicken Wrangler. Honestly, man, Target Field is a very beautiful ballpark. It really is. The bank is really cool. Lone Depot Park is pretty cool as well. Fenway is great. I like Wrigley. I also really like Camden Yards a lot. So, all right, let's take a look at our minor league baseball report today. Let's do that right now. What's today? Today is July 22nd. Florida Coast League Phillies, they lost, 10-3 today to the Florida Coast Yankees? Yeah, they did. Other than that, nobody else played. Tomorrow, the Reading Phils will be in New Hampshire. Then you got Clearwater taking on Tampa. Aberdeen Ironbirds will be playing out in Jersey Shore against the Blue Claws. And the Rochester Red Wings are going to be playing against the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Okay. Other than that, nothing too much else. We have 129 likes on here. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 200 likes. Yes, sir. All right, so let's see what's going on here. I just want to know when Bobby Witt's going to be batting, man. That's what I want to know. Renfroe is, batted last. So Bobby, it's going to take him a little bit of time. Pitch on the way, and that's a changeup that misses for a ball to Trey Turner. Turner's 1 for 2. He had the bloop single back in the second and would score on the 2-run homer by Harper. Next pitch, and that is low and outside for ball 2. Happy birthday to your daughter, man. Turner has 21 RBI this month. He's behind Lawrence Butler for the Oakland A's. 2-0 to Trey, and that is wide for ball 3. 3-0 pitch to Trey. That is taken for a strike right at the knees. How about J.J. Bleday now having 6 doubles in his last 5 games? 3-1 pitch. Low for ball 4. And Turner gets on with a leadoff walk. So it's his second time on base today. Let's see those Bryce Harper emojis in the chat. Showing a replay of his 2-run homer that went 424 feet. George! Pitch to Bryce Harper. Change up, that's low. It was heading towards the dirt. Yeah, he did. He did. He had 3 homers against us, yeah. One ball, no strikes to Harper. And the pitch, he slaps it foul down the left field line. Ober with 69 total pitches. He's 29 years old. From Huntersville, North Carolina. The pitch to Bryce. Ground ball hit sharply over to first. The throw over to second. There's 2. And that is going to be a 3-4 double play. So Santana tied the bag for 1. And he threw it over to second base to get Trey Turner. And that's a rally killer. I don't usually see those types of double plays hit too often. And Bohm is coming up to bat. 2 outs in the pitch to Alec Bohm. Ground ball hit sharply over to third base. Gobbled up, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And the inning is over. Bottom of the 6th, coming right up. Twins lead at 3-2. Ober went to Charlotte Christian School, and he went to the College of Charleston when he was in college. He was actually drafted by the Dodgers first in the 23rd round, but he returned to Charleston and then worked up his stock and then was taken as a 12th round pick by the Minnesota Twins. Got 215 people tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Ranger has now allowed 6 hits in each of his last 8 starts. And according to Nathan Ackerman, he also followed that up and said he allowed 6 hits in just 2 of his first 11 starts before then. Marsh, of course, not in the lineup tonight. Has a sore elbow. Said that it was much better today. And he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. That's what Rob Thompson reported. This is one of those games you're asking, why did I stay up? Well, guess what? If they win, you're going to feel happier. But right now, they don't feel good. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But it makes it bittersweet. All right, Bobby Witt is batting. Oh, let's see if he gets the cycle. I have to know. I have to know if he gets that cycle now. He was on cycle watch in the 4th inning. Double, triple, and a homer. Phillies Baseball is brought to you by Play-by-Play with JJ. 2 balls, no strikes. Come on, you got to pitch to him, Hunter. You got to pitch to him. Bottom of the 6th, and the pitch to Carlos Santana, the former Philly, and that's taken for a strike. Was a curveball there. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a fly out. And the 0-1 is low for a ball. One pitch. And that is a foul ball by Carlos Santana. All right, so what happened? Did he get on? Ah, he got out. 1-2 pitch. And there's another foul ball as Carlos Santana stays alive. So he did not get the cycle. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball slapped back up the middle for a base hit. And there's a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the 6th. As Santana took an outside pitch and was able to just hit it right up the middle. So Bobby did not get the cycle. Not even Castellanos wanted him to get the cycle. Phillies will have Orion Kerkering warming up in their bullpen. And Brooks Lee is coming up. Takes a sinker at the knees for strike 1. Santana's now 38 years old, if you can believe that. 0-1 on the way to Lee is fouled off. Bob Nightingale just tweeted out that Bobby Witt Jr. just misses becoming the first Royals player to hit for the cycle in 34 years since Hall of Famer George Brett did it on July 25th of 1990. He flied out in his last at-bat. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Looked a little bit inside, but Ranger gets the strikeout. Anyways, it's his 4th of the ball game. And Jair Camargo is coming up. Oh, no. Not at all, man. You're good. So Ranger's is gonna be pulled. Rob Thompson wants to pull the plug here, and now Orion Kerkering is going to come on in to face the righty Camargo. So we have a pitching change in the call to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 6th. The Twins trolls are creeping in. Yes, they are. All right, while we're in this little break here, let's look at the out-of-town scores. The Rangers and the White Sox are in extra innings. It's 3-3. White Sox are batting now, and they have the ghost runner over at second base. Red Sox and Rockies taking on each other. It's 4-4 in the bottom of the 7th. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead against the LA Angels. The Oakland Athletics lead at 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th against the Houston Astros. And then the Dodgers are taking on the Giants. That game is in the top of the 3rd. Final scores from today, you have the Yankees winning 9-1 against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tigers were able to beat the Guardians 8-2. And then you got 6-4, a 6-4 victory by the Mets against the Miami Marlins. I feel like they play them almost every single day now. The Pirates beat the Cardinals 2-1. And the Braves lost 4-1 today to the Cincinnati Reds. Cubs were able to beat the Brewers 3-1. And those are all your scores around Major League Baseball. Any chance you can pitch the next time Ranger is due, JJ? Well, that wouldn't be fun because who's going to cover me on here? Who's going to cover me on here? I mean, I go to the game sometimes. But, I mean, if I'm pitching the game, you'd have to be able to listen to me do the play-by-play as I pitch. Like that. That's what has to happen. And that ain't going to happen because that's going to sound really, really weird. Orion Kerkering is going to pitch on the bump for the Phils. Snooter can pitch for the Phils. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Trevor Larnach is coming up to bat. He's 9 for 21 as a pinch hitter during his career. The 0-1 pitch, it's outside. The throw over the second base by JT. And it is in plenty of time to get Carlos Santana. What was he doing? I don't know. But he was a dead fish over at second base. And JT Realmuto guns him out. And there's 2 away. I don't know what was going on there. And the Twins, I think, are going to challenge this. I mean, he was dead over at second, but was the tag applied in time? I don't know. Rockies just took the lead back. Let's see if he got him. I don't know if Trey got him. Trey was covering second base. No, I think he may have gotten his right hand in there. Wow. I think he may have gotten his right hand in there. And Trey had plenty of time to tag him. I don't know why he just didn't tag him. He was just, his glove was just standing still, and he should have just swiped him. And he didn't. He had some time to do it. I mean, the throw absolutely had him beat. Absolutely had him beat. He just puts his glove down. You got to swipe him. That's what you got to do. So if the call stands, it'll be 2 outs. And the count is still 1-1. They're reviewing this. It's taking them a little bit of time here, so they're probably looking at this with a lot of eyeballs and many angles of this. But Trey should have just easily swiped him. I don't know what he was waiting for. So let's see what the call is. They have not made a ruling just yet. Larnach is still at the dish. Carlos Santana tried to get the swipe there over at second. JT made a really good throw over to second base. The throw absolutely had Santana beat by a mile. And Trey just dropped the glove. And I don't know if by the time he tagged his left hand, Santana's left hand, if his right hand got in there before that. So, but you got to go for the swipe there. Stott's really good at that. Carlos Santana has not been caught stealing since 2018. And the call was overturned, and he's safe. JT's throw had him beat to second by quite a bit. But a nifty slide extends his streak to 16 consecutive stolen bases. That's wild. So he's over at second. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Larnach is up. It's a 1-1 count. The pitch on the way, and that's on the outside corner for strike 2. He had plenty of time to swipe him. I'm just saying. 1-2 pitch, and that hits Larnach right square on the foot. Kerkering had him on the ropes, and Larnach gets on with a hit by pitch. Scoring decision is hit by a pitch. Let's see if he went, though. Tried to check his swing. They appealed, and I couldn't tell if they said swing or not, but he didn't swing. So he gets hit by a pitch, and the pitch on the way to Max Kepler is taken for a ball. This is not good. 1 ball, no strikes. Kerkering gets set and fires, and that misses low for ball 2. Know what he can do against the Phils. It's 3-2 Twins, bottom of the 6th, 2 runners on, and the 2-0 delivery just barely misses outside for ball 3. Kepler hitting .257. He has 6 homers this season and 32 RBI. It's a 3-0 count, and the pitch on the way just barely misses outside for ball 4. Came in at 98, and it just missed the plaque, and that's going to load the bases. The good news, though, is that an out at any bag is possible. JT tried to frame it really well, and it was maybe a hair outside. Not by much. So bases loaded, bottom of the 6th, and Edouard Julien is coming in to pinch hit for Diego Castillo. And now Cotham is going to go out there. Usually he does not go out there for 2 times, so this is sort of a rare sighting for him. Kerkering needs to throw a strike. He does, but he also needed some help from his defense. 188 people tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit those notification bell icons, and that way you know when I upload or go live. Edouard Julien is going to take a step in the box. He's 3 for 7 as a pinch hitter this season with a double, a run scored, and a walk as well. Can the Phillies get out of this jam here? The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. So Castillo's day is done. Infield playing in. And the 0-1 delivery chopped foul towards the first base side by the 25-year-old from Quebec City. He barely got a piece of it. Julien just 1 for 4 in the month of July. The next pitch, and he chops that one foul. And stays alive, and will do it again. Twins and the Royals are currently 4.5 games behind the Guardians in the AL Central. 0-2 pitch, upstairs. Just don't balk. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 by Kerkering. Swing and a miss. He decided to go with a fastball way up high at 99. And Julien strikes out, and there's 2 away. I'm shocked that Julien chased after that pitch. That was at the eye level, outside, and Julien got fooled. 2 outs, and here comes Margot. And the pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Going to be a tough play to throw over to first. Just in time by Turner. Oh, man. He got Manuel Margot out by just half a step. And the inning is over. Well, the Twins leave the bases loaded. Nothing else was done damage-wise. And we go to the top of the 7th. That could have been ugly. It's 3-2 Minnesota. Wow. That's wild. Margot almost beat that out, and I have to give Trey credit there. Have to give Trey credit there for sure. Margot's pretty fast. So, whew. Rising Rhino showing up to the party. What's up, Rising Rhino? Striking out striking out with the bases loaded with 1 out. Welcome to the Phillies, whoever your name is. Somebody tweeted out on Twitter. That's funny. What's going on, Rising Rhino? Drop your link down below if you guys love football. If you love anything related to football. Okay, the CFL, the XFL, anything FL. Go to my boy Rising Rhino. Drop your link, man. Drop that link down below. You know what to do. You know what to do, Rich. Living it up on a Monday. Yes, sir. All right, top of the 7th coming up. In case you are just tuning in, the Phillies are down 3-2. Okay, well, Bryce Harper had a 2-run homer in the top of the 1st. And then, after that, Willie Castro had an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd for the Twins. And Manuel Margot had a 2-run single in the bottom of the 5th to give the Twins a 3-2 lead. We are in the top of the 7th, and that's all the scoring so far. Bailey Ober has gone 6 innings. He's allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. And we're in the top of the 7th now, so it'll be JT, Castellanos, and Stott that are all due up to bat. Yeah. All right. First pitch to JT, and it's low and outside. It was a cutter. So Edward Julian comes in defensively for the Minnesota Twins. Get you his position in just a few moments. And the 1-0, it looked a little outside. It's a called strike, though, by Lance Barksdale. So the Twins put Larnack, he's the DH. Julian's over at second. 1-1. Hits sharply on the nose over to center field, but Buxton is there to track it down and makes the catch right by the waist. And there's the first out. Brooks Lee slides on over to third base. And Julian goes over to second. Here comes Castellanos' tying run at the plate. 1 out, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He got fooled on the slider. So for 2 tonight, with a fielder's choice ground out, and a ground out as well, over to second. The windup and the pitch. Barreled, but it's a foul ball. Castellanos, of course, has faced the Twins a lot throughout his career. So he was a member of the Detroit Tigers. The 0-2 pitch. He pops this one up over towards the first base side and foul ground. Santana gives it a look, and it goes out of play. He has a .283 average against the Twins with 105 hits in 96 games. The 0-2. Strike 3 called right at the kneecaps. And Castellanos looks at a fastball right down the center of the plate at the knees. Bailey Ober has retired 15 of the last 16 batters he's faced. The pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball to Bryson Stott. Sir Anthony Dominguez will be warming up in the Phillies bullpen. And the 1-0 to Stott just takes it on the outside corner for strike 1. Time is at 10:56 p.m. Remember, we had a 9:10 p.m. start. The 1-1 to Stott, swing and a miss. He got a fastball right down Broad Street. I said during the pregame that if the Phillies were going to be chasing after a lot of pitches, that would not be good for them because this guy does a good job at attacking the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to stop. They'll wind up in the next pitch. It's in the dirt. Still plenty of baseball left to go, though. The game is definitely filled with a lot of wild things. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to start. And the pitch on the way. Popped up, hit out over towards straightaway center field. Buxton looks up, and he watches the ball go into his glove for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. And, well, Billy Ober has been pretty terrific ever since that first inning. And it's stretch time now at Target Field. Bottom of the 7th. All right. You know what time it is. What time is it, guys? What time is it, baby? It is trivia time. The 7th inning trivia question, of course, is brought to you by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you're looking to purchase or refinance a primary residence, a second home, or investment property in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, my guy Ethan Baumholtz is your guy as well. He's one of my basketball coaches, and he is just an incredible person. I love Coach Ethan. He has over 20 years of experience. He's dedicated to making your mortgage process smooth and stress-free, and he's going to find the best mortgage solutions tailored to your needs. Make sure that you call him at 609-230-5558. His email and his phone number are in the description down below. And, yeah, so make sure you give him a call today. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. So my Phillies trivia question of the day is the following. How many seasons? Actually, no, we won't do that one. I don't like that one. Cole Hamels' wife, Heidi, was a contestant on which TV reality show? I like that one. We'll do that one today. So, Heidi Hamels was a contestant on which TV reality show? That's Cole Hamels' wife. Anybody know? Anybody know? Cole Hamels' wife, Heidi, was a contestant on which TV show? Which TV reality show? Fear Factor. Survivor. Got it. Nice job, Michael. Nice job. Nice job, Cody. Cody got it. Snooter got it. Y'all got it. Man, that's great. Good stuff. Survivor is correct. Great. Sir Anthony Dominguez will take the bump for the Phils. And the first pitch, line drive, it's a foul ball towards the third base corner. Survivor. Here's Ryan Jeffers. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up in the order. Butterfly, what's up, Butterfly? Biggest loser. I saw that, Larry. Deadliest catch. What? The 1-1 pitch, and that's low for ball 2. The deadliest catch. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't want to know what that's about. The 2-1, and that is swung on and missed. And there's strike 2. I don't want to know what that's about. I don't even think that's a real show. I don't want to know. Pawn Stars. Yeah. The deadliest catch. Oh, man. The 2-2 pitch, and that's way outside and low for ball 3. The deadliest catch. That sounds like a horror baseball movie. Oh, man. Ugh. That's wild. Jeffers up to bat. Man. I need these kind of laughs for a night like tonight. I do. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, lifted out over towards left field. Wilson goes back towards the track, jumps up, can't make the catch. He slammed right into the wall, and getting over to it is Yohan Rojas to back him up. And there's a leadoff double to start off the bottom of the 7th inning. Is Wilson okay? That's the question. He did get up. Just could not make the leaping catch into the wall. He tries to stretch out his hand. I want to see the replay of this. Ugh. Oh, it's actually a TV. It's actually a fishing reality show. Well, it sounds like, we're doing a baseball. I never heard of that before. That's really wild. But that sounds like a horror baseball movie. So a leadoff double, and the pitch to Willie Castro is taken down low for a ball. Jeffers gets on with an extra base hit. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good slider thrown by Sir Anthony. Dominguez this season has a 4.63 ERA and 39 strikeouts. The 1-1 misses inside and low. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Where did our Twins fan go? Where is he? Castro wearing the white batting gloves. The leg kick and the next pitch. Dribbled foul. Sir Anthony, in his last outing, went 1 inning. Didn't strike out any batters, but he threw a total of 9 pitches. The outing before that, though, he went 1 1/3 and allowed 4 earned runs, including 2 homers against the A's. The Phillies lost that game 18-3. A lot of homers in that game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dominguez looks back at second base. Now back to the plate, and here's the 2-2. Another foul ball. And Castro stays alive. We'll do it again. Phillies have not had a runner in scoring position today. The Twins are 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. 2-2. Fly ball. Hit out over towards right field. It was yanked, but it is a long foul ball. Got out a little bit in front of that pitch. And it goes way, way foul. Did the Red Sox tie it back? 2-2. Low for ball 3. It is a real show, lol, but a very good show, actually. Hi, JJ. Smashing the like button. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for coming on here, dude. Appreciate it. I didn't know it was an actual show. It sounds like a horror baseball movie, though. 3-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Dominguez gets a big strikeout there to Willie Castro. Wow. Now Buxton is coming up to the plate. Dominguez gets set at the letters, kicks, delivers, and throws it at 98. That just hits the inside corner, and Byron Buxton is up to bat. I don't know if you walk him in this scenario or not to face Carlos Santana. I don't know. The ball is 1 strike to Byron Buxton. And the pitch, ground ball hit over to third, backhanded by Bohm. Gets his feet set, throws over to first. Great extension by Harper. It was over towards his right side. And there's 2 outs. It did not pull him off the bag, but Harper able to catch it in stride over at first base. And there's 2 outs. Teoscar Hernandez just homered for the Dodgers. It's in the bottom of the 4th, and it's 1-1. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies are down 3-2, and the former Philly, Carlos Santana, is coming up to bat. And he takes the first pitch outside. JT dropped it. Thank goodness it didn't get by him, or didn't get too far away from him. And the runner stays put over at second. I've been doing pretty good, man. How have you been? I haven't seen you on here in a while, dude. 1 ball, no strikes. Dominguez looks over at third, now back to the plate in the 1-0. Swung on, belted out towards right field. Castellanos looks up, and it hits off the top of the wall. So Jeffers will easily score. The throw over to second base to get Santana is not in time. He dives in there safely, and it's now 4-2 Twins. Santana just got a fastball right down the pipe, and he lifted it out to right field. Honestly, if that was hit at a lot of other ballparks, that would have been a home run. But because the wall is so high out in right field, well, he dodged a bullet there. And Casti had a pretty good throw over to second base, but Carlos did a good job of getting his hand in there. So now it's Brooks Lee who's coming up, and he takes a slider just inside. One ball, no strikes. Pitch. Strike 1 at the knees. Brooks Lee's 23 years old. He's from California. The next pitch just misses for ball 2. There's a rookie this year. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Turner has it. Sidearm throw over to first, and it's just in time to get Lee. The inning is over. Wondering if Rocco Baldelli is going to challenge this. And I think that they say play on. So we go to the top of the 8th. The Phillies are down to their last 6 outs. They trail by 2. It was a 1-run deficit, but thanks to an RBI double by Carlos Santana, it's now a 2-run deficit. Okay. All right. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe and hit those notification bell icons, man. We have 177 people tuning in. I love each and every one of you. Let's get to 200 likes. All right, answer the poll question as well. Which one describes best as to how you feel about sabermetrics? FIP, WRC, WAR, etc. Those are different types of sabermetrics. 32% of you say, I love it. A lot of it is valuable. 35% of you say, it's okay. Don't love or hate it. 18% of you, I like it. I just don't overuse it. And 15% of you say, I absolutely hate it. Get rid of it. It's bad for baseball. I didn't say it's bad for baseball. I did say get rid of it. But yeah. Oh, Snooter. Oh, my gosh. I thought that you said in your first sentence, I was batting at your place today. I was going to be like, bro, that's crazy. I was going to be like, bro, what the heck? But now I see what you're saying. I was batting at a place today. That tells you how hard you hit it and how far it would go. It's a batting cage. And I hit one 97.6 miles per hour and 452 feet. Let's go, man. Let's go, bro. That's sick. That's sick. That's so sick, dude. All right. Carlos Santana, that was his 18th double of the season. Just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. He's 38, man. Can't believe he's 38. Store run. Yeah, the store run this late at night. Is it 11-12 right by you? Cole Sands is going to be pitching for the Twins. He's a 3.53 ERA and 51 strikeouts in 43 1/3 of an inning. He's just allowed 4 homers this season. Only 7 walks allowed, too. And Wes Wilson will lead things off. So we're in the top of the 8th. It's Wilson, Rojas, and Schwarber. Pitch number 1. Swing and a miss. Wes probably should have caught that out in left field. The 0-1 pitch. That is taken for a strike. Phillies have not done a good job today defensively. Trey Turner, who had a missed swipe over at second base to allow Santana to get a stolen base. Wilson misjudged a play. Honestly, I don't know if he should have caught it, but I thought that he could have done a little bit better. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not at all. Not related to him at all. And the next pitch popped up and hit out over towards the first base side. Santana gets under it, and he just makes the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. All right. Now Brandon Marsh is going to come in to pinch hit. Let's see those Marsh emojis in the chat. Come on. Charge! Remember, he did not play today because he was having a finger problem. He had soreness. Rob said he'd be back in the lineup tomorrow. But he's coming in to pinch hit against Sands. Bailey Ober pitched really well today for the Twins. He retired 17 of the last 18 batters he faced. Joan Duran is getting warmed up to pitch the 9th. It's been their closer. Pitch to Marsh. Fouled back towards the screen. Just 1 for 11 as a pinch hitter this season, with a double and 8 strikeouts. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. He got a splitter at 88 and was anticipating a fastball. The ball is 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the 0-2 pitch barely, and I mean barely, misses. Surprised he stayed put at that one. Whew. The 1-2 to Marsh. Ground ball pulled over towards the right side, gobbled up by Julian, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And there's 2 away. And we're going to go back to the top of the order for Kyle Schwarber. And the problem is, honestly, is that they just have not found a rhythm. And you wonder if they're going to bounce out of that soon. The pitch to Schwarber is taken for a strike. What does help them, I believe, is the home field advantage. Maybe that'll help them when they're back home against Cleveland, but you know, you like to see them try to find something offensively. You thought maybe yesterday that would be the case. The next pitch, and that is fouled away. The ball's 2 strikes. 2 gone, top of the 8th, nobody on, and the 0-2 pitch misses barely again outside. It was sort of like the same 0-2 pitch that was thrown to Brandon Marsh. It was the same splitter in the same exact spot. Sands gets set at the belt, and the 1-2, it's a dropped foul ball from Kyle Schwarber. He's walking back over towards the dugout. Did he strike out? I guess he did. So, the inning is over, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. That was a little bit weird. So, Schwarber strikes out. I thought maybe he got a piece of it, and it wasn't really ruled a strikeout by the ump. But whatever. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-2 Minnesota. All right. I'm going to take the hat off now. All right. Hello, everybody. How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit those bell icons, too, and that way you'll know when we go live or when we upload, baby. The good news is that the Braves did lose today. That always is nice, but you just want to see the Phillies just take care of their own business, really. So far, you know, they start off the first with a bang. Bryce Harper gets a 2-run homer. And then they just go back to their old ways where they're just hacking at the first pitch. And they're just not showing any sort of solid plate discipline. And they're struggling offensively. And I don't know, like we knew that a funk was going to happen sometime. We figured that was going to happen. But funks are not fun. They're not. So, but let's see what they can do in the 9th. First, we got to get through the bottom of the 8th. Just want to try to. I just wish that they showed more life at the plate. You know, that's really what it is. That's been, I guess, the most frustrating when you're watching them is that they're not putting up long at bats. They're just hacking at everything, and pitchers are feeling confident. You know, so. Oh yeah, thousands. Bet they sell thousands. Sell a lot of bats. What are we talking about in the conversation? Get me Cody Bellinger, says Tyler Bullich. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Junior Marte is going to go out there and pitch. I'm a little bit surprised because he pitched yesterday. But regardless, he'll pitch the bottom of the 8th. Phillies are down by 2. It's 4-2 Minnesota. Harper had the 2-run homer in the top of the first, and that's all she wrote for the Phillies offense. The Twins would then get 1 on the RBI single by Willie Castro and a 2-run single by Emmanuel Margot, and then an RBI double by Carlos Santana. First pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards straightaway center field. It's going to hit off the top of the wall, and Larnach is going to cruise into second base with a stand-up double. That's how the offense starts for the Twins. He hammered that thing out to right center. Oof. So Larnach, who came in to pinch hit for Camargo, leads the inning off with a double. And Max Kepler is coming up to the plate. Is that his first hit, Larnach? Is that his first hit? No. They gave the ball back to the dugout, I thought I saw. I didn't know why. Austin Martin is going to be a pinch runner over at second. And the first pitch to Max Kepler is taken for a ball. You're actually going to go crazy watching this game? Well, you're watching the game, so you're probably already going crazy. The 1-0 is taken on the outside edge for strike 2, just at the knees. They can easily bounce out of this funk. There's no doubt about it. 1-1. That just misses, but it's a called strike anyways. 1-2 is the count. We're in the bottom of the 8th. You know, apparently some people put us on like as they fall asleep. I guess I have that type of a voice. 1-2, and that's up high for a ball. I learned that, like, some people have told me that, like, numerous times. Like, you know, they'll actually say that I fall asleep listening to your voice, or just listening to these games. That's nice. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Hit back up the middle past the diving stop. A stop for a base hit. Rounding third and coming on in the score is Austin. And, well, that's now a 5-2 lead for the Twins on the RBI single that was hit by Max Kepler. And he just continues to destroy the Phils. Another one of those Phillies killers. Edward Julian is going to come up to the plate, and he takes a strike all the way on the inside corner. Struck out back in the 6th. 0-1 is the count. Marte gets set at the letters, kicks, and delivers. And it's in the dirt. I do like to listen to baseball, like when I go to bed sometimes. Sometimes I do use that as my ASMR. I do. It's nice. It's soothing, you know. The pitch. That's wide for ball 2. The only thing I wish is that we could have natural sounds of the game. And that's obviously not going to be replicated. The pitch. Low for ball 3 to Edward Julian. Phillies will play tomorrow night against the Twins at 7:40. Then they play at 1:10 on Wednesday afternoon. 3-1 delivery. Line drive foul. So the count is full. Payoff pitch. That's inside for ball 4. Pedro, you keep talking about your uncle. What's I was gonna say, like, you must have like a really, really close relationship with him. That's really, really cool, man. That is really cool. Do you live with him? All right. We got 2 runners on, bottom of the 8th, and the pitch. And Margot tries to knock down a bunt, but it is a foul ball. Margot was a member of the San Diego Padres. And also the Tampa Bay Rays as well. He's now 29 years old. He's had a pretty good career. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. I say pretty good, meaning like he's lasted a while. Made his debut for the Padres in September of 2016. The 0-2 pitch. That is fouled away. Or swung on and missed, I should say, for strike 3. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Brian says Dombrowski's sleeping. So there's one out. Pedro says yes. One out in the bottom of the 8th. And Jeffers is up to bat. And the first pitch, he pops it up, and it's a foul ball. See, but here's the thing, okay? Like, we weren't slumping in May. That's true. That's true. But the problem is that when we were on these highs, we still had these people that would say, like, just you wait till the bats go cold. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, it's a little blooper out towards right field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. So, bases are now loaded. Stopping over at third is a Lanek. And there's bases loaded with one out. So Jeffers gets on with a bloop single, and Willie Castro's coming up. I trust this team. Okay. I do. I trust them. Some people don't, and that's fine. They're going through a slump. And I'm not saying that that's acceptable. I still trust them. I do. That's how I feel. Pitch. That's taken for a strike. One out in the bottom of the 8th. And the next pitch is taken way outside for a ball. I still trust this team, man. I still think that they're the best team in baseball. I do. They may be going through a slump right now. Every team goes through a slump. Just ask. Ask the Yankees. Ask the Orioles. Ask the Dodgers. It's a part of the season. It's a part of the grind. There's no such thing as 162-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Every team has their flaws. Infield playing in. Bases loaded. And the 1-2, and that's going to get away from JT. And staying put over at third base, I don't know why, was Lanek. I mean, it hit the backstop, but it went behind Castro. See, Pedro gets it. My uncle is clapping right now, but I say the Phillies are the best team ever. What do you mean he's clapping? He hates the Phillies? Is that what's happening? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. There's bases loaded here. And Marte, I think he slipped a little bit. He's trying to get the dirt out of his cleat. I don't know if something was stuck there or what. But it ended a little bit awkwardly. There's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-2 Twins. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch is way outside for ball 3. Yeah, but you could be a fan of a team, but then you don't, like... That doesn't mean that you hate every other team. Or just strongly dislike. I don't like to use the word hate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is way outside for ball 4. And 6-2 Twins. Literally, Julian got on with the walk. Or sorry, Willie Castro got on with the RBI walk, and he had no clue what the count was. So that makes it 6-2. And Caleb Cotham is going to go out there. The Phillies spoiled you guys. Check the standings, you're fine. What do you mean? Phillies are not pretenders. JJ, do you know who's pitching for both teams tomorrow? I know that it's Zach Wheeler and Simeon Woods Richardson. So that's who's pitching tomorrow. Wednesday, the Twins have not decided who's going to be pitching just yet. 6-2 Twins in the bottom of the 8th with the bases loaded and 1 out. And that's the thing. The Phillies still have the best team in baseball. So they still have the best record in baseball. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. It's 11:32 p.m. Eastern Time. I can also understand that some people are tired. And the pitch, and that's going to get away from JT, and coming on in to score is Julian, and that makes it now 7-2. So a wild pitch, everybody moves up a bag, and there's the second run scored in the inning. And the bullpen just continues to unfold. Buxton up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is outside and low for ball 2. Jose Alvarado's getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. It's 7-2 Twins in the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen. I want to thank you all for staying on here. Appreciate that. I always get to see who the real ones are from staying on here, even this late at night. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Twins lead at 7-2. And the 2-1 pitch is chopped foul. What's up, Butterfly? Buxton is actually 0 for 4 today. They still have 5 other games on right now. Red Sox and Rockies are tied 7-7 in the top of the 11th, if you can believe that. Red Sox and Rockies each scored 2 runs in their half of the 10th. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that pitch was not even close to the strike zone, and Buxton still swung at it anyways, and there's 2 outs. A strikeout by Marte, and there's 2 away. Now it's Carlos Santana who's going to get a crack at it here. If there's any quote-unquote good news, it's that Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, and Alec Bohm are due up in the order. Pitch and then sticking for a ball. JJ, like that could happen. What? It's 7-7. It's 7-7 in the Red Sox Rockies game. What do you mean that could happen? Both teams scored 2 runs in their half of the 10th. 1 ball, no strikes. Send the pitch on the way to Carlos Santana. Check swing, did he go? And there's a strike. Say that he did. We don't know that. The game's not over till it's over. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is way outside for ball 2. It's highly unlikely, but come on, man. It still ain't over. Two balls, 1 strike to Carlos Santana. Oh, you're good. You're good. I missed. Speaking of missed, Marte missed the zone again. Inside for ball 3. Got 150 likes and 153 viewers. That's pretty good. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 gone. Bottom of the 8th. And the 3-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Marte has thrown 33 pitches in this inning. Payoff pitch. Low for ball 4. And the bases are reloaded. So now the 9th man to come up to the plate. It'll be Brooks Lee. He'll be due up in the order. Rob's still not looking to make any move right now. The worst a Phillies reliever has performed? I'd say Mercado's performance was the worst. The pitch, Net's taken for a strike. Give me a transition. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball. Hit back over towards the mound. This should finally end the inning, and it does. The throw over to first is in time. Lee grounds out. And, well, 9 men come up to the plate for the Twins as they capitalize and get 3 more runs. We head to the top of the 9th. It's 7-2 Minnesota. Can we please bring up Andrew Painter? Andrew Painter is injured, Tyler. He's been out with Tommy John surgery. So, I don't think he's ready. If you want to call him up, you can. I wouldn't call him up. If he's coming back from Tommy John surgery, I don't want that. I don't even think he's in rehab yet. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button on your way out if you have not done so already. Yeah, Stubbs only gave up 4. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. What's going on, Phillies? What's going on, Elaine? How you doing? Transition. Couldn't think of the word. Yeah. Segue. Transition. I got you. I get clustered up on words all the time on here. That's what happens when you talk for 3 hours. Rockies are looking to walk it off in the bottom of the 11th. Let's look at the out-of-town scores right now. Dodgers and Giants are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th. A's and Astros, it's 4-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Hogan Harris is pitching a gem. He is. Mariners lead at 1-0 in the top of the 8th against the Angels. Mariners are shutting out the Halos. And then those are all the other scores that are going on right now in the latter half of the night. It was pretty smooth, though. Thank you. Appreciate it. I do appreciate that. Still have some Phillies fans in attendance out at Target Field. We're going to the top of the 9th. It's 7-2. Trey Turner will lead things off. Turner today has singled, grounded out, and walked. Let's see how many people we get on here if the Phillies get the tying runner on. I'm keeping track. We're at 129 now. I'm just curious. First pitch to Trey Turner, way outside for a ball. So, on the mound is Sands still. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch wide for ball 2. So Sands cannot find the strike zone right now. Harper is up next. 2-0 pitch to Trey Turner, way inside for ball 3. And he's ahead in the count 3-0 here. Phillies 2, 3, and 4 hitters today. 3 for 8. 3-0 pitch to Turner, taken all the way for a strike. Right down the middle. Stubbs should be a setup guy. That's the funniest comment I've seen in the last 30 minutes. 3-1 pitch. It was a fastball right down the middle. Turner pops it up, though. It's it out over to right field. And there's one out. Kepler makes the catch. And that's how the first out is recorded. Now it's Bryce Harper's turn. As we'll try to solve Sands here. The Phillies have not scored since his 2-run homer back in the top of the first. One out. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. Larry says, you're welcome. It put a smile on my face. It did. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. Sands winds up and fires. And Harper chops it foul. I don't really know if there's much for me to recap. I was kind of doing that in the 8th inning, you know. I think we're going to call it a night after the game is done. Unless something crazy happens. 1-1 to Harper. And he rips that one foul, and the count is now 1-2. And that certainly is a possibility. We could see some crazy things happen. What a souvenir that is. 1-2 to Harper. Here it is. Swing and a miss on a 4-seamer at 97 miles per hour. And the Phillies are down to their final out. Got a fastball right at the letters on the outside part of the batter's box. And Sands needs one more out in order for the Twins to take game 1 of this series. It's Bohm that's due up next. And the pitch to Alec. And he takes a curveball at the knees for a strike. Long game, JJ. I mean, it wasn't really a long game. It was just with the delay and everything, yeah. 0-1. Just misses outside for a ball. When you have an hour and a half of a delay, yeah, that extends things for sure. Game itself wasn't long. 1-1 to Bohm. Fouled back towards the screen. And the Phillies are down to their final strike. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate it, man. Sands kicks, fires, and the 1-2. Did it get a piece of Bohm? Nope, it did not. And it's a 2-2 count now. Base runners has been a problem all year. Base runners was not even the problem tonight, though, Tyler. It was not the problem tonight. 2-2 to Bohm again. Another foul ball. Tonight's problem was not getting on base. That was the problem. Ranger did not have a good night. Tonight was just a bad night. 2-2 to Bohm. And another foul ball, and he stays alive here. Dodgers just got another run. Holy moly. 2-2 to Bohm. And another foul ball. Just does not want to go down without a fight. Two, here it is. Ground ball hit over towards shortstop, gobbled up, and the throw over to first. It's going to get away from Carlos Santana. It goes into the stands. And, well, the Phillies stay alive. Willie Castro with the throwing error over to first. And Bohm's going to be rewarded second base. Santana, honestly, could not get to it. It went over his glove. He tried to backhand it. And it went over his glove. So Bohm's over at second. And up to bat now is JT. Ranger's done. Ranger is terrible. Yeah. Ranger's done. That's it for Ranger. Ranger, trade him. He's done. All right. Got a runner in scoring position on the E6 by Julian. Comes JT Realmuto to the plate. And the first pitch, he skies this one out over to right field. It's not that deep, and there to make the catch for out number 3 is Max Kepler. And that's the ball game. So the Phillies lose by a final score of 7-2 to the Minnesota Twins after a long 1.5-hour delay. First pitch was at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Phillies, well, they got 2 runs in the top of the first and a 2-run homer by Bryce Harper. That was all the offense they got. 2 runs on 4 hits. That was it. And the Twins just able to take advantage and capitalize. And the Phillies just did not have a good night tonight on all sides of the diamond. But hopefully they'll get a bounce-back performance tomorrow night. That'd be really nice. Try to even the series at 1 apiece. But the Twins, they did a good job tonight, and the Phillies just were not able to capitalize. All right, I'm going to wrap things up here. I've had a long night, and I will catch you all tomorrow night. Next game will be at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will catch you all on the next one, man. I will catch you all on the next one. Love each and every one of you to death. Thank you all so much for rocking it with me on this late night. And, yeah, man, the grind don't stop. Love you. Peace.